fact, you're with Mark Williams.
Exactly. Mark Williams.
And all my friends call me
Heshima.
Heshima. I got that name when I was going to Balboa, and I had an astrology chart done for me, and it means honor and respect in Swahili. Heshima.
Wow. Heavy name. And a lot of knowledge in that brain to go with it. What we want to know right now is we need a history lesson about this opera house with the renovation. We want to touch back and tell the youth about everything that happened around here at this opera house. Could you give us a history lesson?
Actually, to be honest with you, I know very little about the whole history of the opera because I didn't study that, but I know of the opera house. And in fact, I probably did a gig here maybe about 15 years ago.
Exactly.
I used to, when I was a kid, I used to go down to Sam Jordan's barbecue place. See, my dad used to sell insurance in Hunters Point. He worked for the largest black insurance company in the United States. And what they didn't do at that time when he came up here is they didn't sell insurance to black folks. So black folks had their own insurance company. So everybody knew my dad in Hunters Point because he used to come and knock up and pick up those little $10 checks, you know, for their insurance policies. So we have some deep roots here. My mom was a nurse that was here during the riot that happened in Hunters Point, and Dr. Carlin Goodlet, and a lot of things happened after that.
Exactly.
So this is so much history here. And it feels so good because I have a friend that was very high up in the Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's an assistant to Schwarzenegger, and he lived up in the Oakland Hills, sold everything, and now he's bought a house here in Bayview. So we're starting to see a lot of African Americans reclaim this neighborhood. So it's really important. In fact, as I walk around here, I'm feeling kind of homesick right now myself because I had little faith in San Francisco because it's almost like black folks are an endangered species when you go to certain other parts of town. You know, there's 41 neighborhoods in San Francisco, so most of the time people are spending in other parts of the city and you don't see that many African Americans. And so you come here, I feel like I'm in Harlem.
Exactly.
You know what
and
I'm
that's
saying?
the beautiful thing about the Opera House. It brings that around. It brings people together from the arts and different genres of the community.
Yes.
And that's what we love about it. But what we want to
You know
know...
Maestro?
No.
Okay, I thought he was teaching here. He's a piano player.
No, I heard of Maestro.
Yeah.
I definitely heard of
okay,
him, but
okay,
I don't
cool.
think he's going to be here tonight.
Yeah.
But what we want to know is about the art and about how do you feel that the renovation would open these children's mind to make sure that they get on stage instead of picking up a weapon?
Well, I think, I'm very encouraged about that because I think Michelle Obama and the example that and the president has shown has probably inspired a whole new generation. I think the kind of efforts that are going around here, this institution thing right here, has to inspire these kids. It has to really do with you and the adults that are committed to sticking it out and making sure
the foundation.
Exactly, man, and showing them the path forward. And I think what you see now with the light rail train right all the way down to the Warriors.
Exactly.
You know, so there's a lot of inspiration that's going to be coming from the Warriors when they position themselves less than 2 miles away.
Exactly. Okay, and another thing.
I don't know if I answered that question though, but this is a hot spot iconic. It's like in New York, they have in Harlem called the Schomburg, which is the library for all African American history in Harlem. And this right here is like the iconic building. This is ground zero, man, for cultural. You know, so I'm so impressed. I don't even know how it happened that this was rehab.
And I know you feel good about the renovation and everything that's going on,
Yes.
and that's why we needed to talk to you. But going back to the instrument, how long have you been, a player?
Well, when San Francisco was an epicenter for all music, it was the epicenter for funk, Larry Graham. I used to live in Lakeview, man. Sly Stone lived about 8 blocks away from me. You had 32 cars out there, man. So you had Sly, you had Santana, David Brown, that group right there. So when you think about, San Francisco, this was the epicenter, man, for the free, Grateful Dead,
Exactly.
all the rock and roll, Hate Ashbury, Free Love, and Hunters Point played a good role because they had a lot of blues musicians here, and so at a time where I grew up, most artists didn't speak to each other. The blues people didn't speak to the rock people, didn't speak to the jazz people, and then after Sly showed up, man, he fused all that together, and everybody started talking to everybody. So now you hear funk and jazz, you hear jazz and funk, you hear blues and hip hop. It's all
came together as a gumbo.
Exactly,
and that's what makes it beautiful. Absolutely. I just want to thank you, and I appreciate for your time, brother.
Peace
and love. Have a good one.